Hello students, welcome to Btech360. We just got information that the CSAB, which is Central Seat Allocation Board, the seat matrix has been announced. And it's very important for every student who's participated through the JOSA counseling to be knowing what exactly CSAB is and what are your opportunities of scaling up and getting a better seat. Remember, even if you got the JOSA round 5 counseling is over and now all the seats move to CSAB, which is Central Seat Allocation Board. Now, one of the things that happens here is, even though you might have got an allocation in JOSA counseling, you still have an opportunity of getting an upgrade through CSAB counseling. So you must also participate through this whole thing also. Because a lot of seats that are not there in seat matrix are still visible for JOSA counseling students because you have access to the whole thing. What we have at this point in time is the CSAB counseling, the number of seats that are still available, which are not filled in all the NITs, IIITs and GFTIs. If you got a seat in IIITs, it's still through JOSA counseling, mind you. But if you got a seat in NITs, IIITs and GFTIs, the CSAB counseling is going to take over everything from here on. And again, I'm repeating, the seat matrix is only for what is available at this point in time. But if you got a JOSA counseling seat, you still can get it is beyond the seat matrix also. You'll be able to get some seats which are not visible here but can come there because it's visible only to you. Now, let me explain to you what CSAB counseling is, and the vacant seats analysis is what we're doing at this point in time. We'll do it for all the categories at this point in time across NITs, IIITs and GFTIs. Now, a lot of you also have reached out to us asking for help in terms of counseling because you do think at some point in time that you might actually get a better private university or a program of your choice, in which case we opened a helpline here. The helpline is 8130 3763334. If you want to get into any of the private universities in India, send us a message, apply. And if you want to get into any of the foreign university campus that are being set up in India, Liverpool, Aberdeen, Illinois, and those kind of things, send us a message foreign and we'll have a counselor call you up. And do subscribe to Career 360 because we're creating a lot of content to help you decide for yourself. We are actually putting in a lot of data and information so that you can decide for yourself. In the series that we're doing, and this Btech Counseling and Information and Guidance series is presented by IIIT University, one of India's leading universities and also ranked among the top 3% globally based on the World Universities ranking. Now to the CSAB counseling, what exactly is happening here. The total number of seats, last year as I told you, there were 6 rounds of JOSA counseling, before which CSAB counseling, it moved to CSAB counseling. This year there were only 5 rounds. And because of that, possibly, last year it was about less than 14,000 seats were in CSAB counseling. This year 15,423 seats are in CSAB counseling. That's a massive number, remember, that's a massive number, right? Of which NITs have 4,850 seats that are unfilled, which are moved to CSAB counseling. And remember what I told you, if you're in JOSA counseling, there might be some other seats also, right? And IIITs have 3,628 seats and GFTIs have 6,945 seats. In all, 15,423 seats are now available in CSAB counseling, and it is across all good programs also, including CS, CSE, AI, ML, all those programs would also be there as a part of this whole thing, across these institutions, which are NITs, IIITs and GFTIs. Now, let's deal with NITs to begin with. In NITs, the total number of seats that are there is, I told you, 4,850. How are they distributed? For female only, outside the home state is 625, home state is 590. Goa is 5, Jammu and Kashmir is 34, and Ladakh is nothing. In all, 1,183 for female only super aspirants. Right. Now, gender neutral, you have 1,856 seats in outside the home state category. Home state is 1,692, Goa is 16, Jammu and Kashmir is 94, Ladakh is 9, in all 3,667. Adding both together, it's 4,850, of which outside the home state, 2,481 seats are available. Within the home state, 2,211. There's a big opportunity for you within the state that you're staying in if you want to study within the state. Goa is 21, Jammu and Kashmir is 128, and Ladakh is 9. In all, 4,850 seats across NITs is what you have. Now, breaking this further, right, you talk of the categories also now. The open category has 220 seats in female only supernumerary, 712 seats in the gender neutral, in all 932 seats. Open OBC NCL is 89 seats supernumerary, 279 seats gender neutral, 368. That way ST is 277, SC is 220, general EWS is 146, open PWD is 60, OBC NCL PWD is 58, ST PWD is 55, SC PWD is 52, and general EWS PWD is 43. In all, 2,211 seats is what you have for the home state. Remember, this is for the home state only. Now let's go to the outside the home state. And by the way, this would always help you because when you say home state, the rank would also be slightly lower. So you actually have a better chance of getting into a good program of your choice at your home state level, because the ranks would be slightly lower. Now let's look at the outside the home state. Outside the home state, you actually have 1,351 seats in the open category, of which 337 are for girls and 1,014 for gender neutral. Then you have OBC NCL at 133 for female supernumerary, 310 for gender neutral, overall 443. SC is 261 seats. You also have female and everything, you can note it down. General EWS is 166, ST is 105, SC PWD is 51, Open PWD is 46, OBC NCL PWD is 31, ST PWD is 15, and General EWS is 12, in all 2,481, of which gender neutral is 1,856 and female supernumerary is 625. So if you are a girl, you actually have a very good chance. In the home state, female is very good chance. Here also you actually have a very decent chance. Then moving further, CSAB Counselling IIITs vacant seats. How many vacant seats are there? In all, 3,628 seats are vacant. 3,628, of which gender neutral is 3,099 and 529 seats for female only, including supernumerary. So that's a massive number again in all India quota. We are only talking of all India quota because IIITs doesn't have home state category. Now moving further, within this, how is the category wise working? We actually have open categories 1,803. Here there is nothing called home state and non-home state. So all we have at this point in time is these things. Remember, whenever you deal with CSAB, you're dealing with only an all India common rank. There is no category rank that you're dealing with. The category ranks get subsumed. From here on, everything would be open category. The common open category, rather the common rank list, all India common rank list is what will work here. Here you have 1,803 in the open category, of which 250 are female only, including supernumerary, and 1,551 gender neutral. That's a massive number again. And remember, whenever you talk of IIITs, you're dealing with the CSE and allied sciences programs only, largely rather. Now they've started a few other programs, but largely because they're information technology institutions, you actually largely see non-core branches only largely here. Right, OBC NCL is 111 for supernumerary and 603 for gender neutral, in all 714. SC is 421, General EWS is 252, ST is 236, SC PWD is 58, Open PWD is 56, OBC NCL is 48, ST PWD is 27, and General EWS PWD is 13, in all 3,628, of which gender neutral is 3,099 and female only, including supernumerary, is 529. In all, you have 3,628 seats. Moving further, CSAB GFTIs vacant seats. Now, this for me is a misnomer because many of the GFTIs have participated in JOSA counselling and CSAB counselling because they think it's easier way for them to fill in seats. Some of these institutions, in my opinion, are not doing good service in terms of the outcomes. We're talking of the best students joining these institutions. Are they delivering the kind of outcomes that these best students of this country deserve? I do have a question mark on that because I've seen some of the specialized institutions which are taking students which are the best students of this country, but their student outcome, which is placement, is a question mark, or the data is not available, and that's again a bigger question mark for me, right? So anyway, coming back to GFTS, in all, you actually have, I told you the number of seats that you have, of which all India 176, 6,012 for gender neutral, in all 6,188. Home state is 33 seats here for female only supernumerary, 522 for gender neutral, 555 in all. And you actually have another 202 seats also. In all, 6,945 seats is what you have across supernumerary, gender neutral, and total, right? And this is what we have for CSAB. At a category level, when we look at this, the open category has 2,768 seats, of which 2,639 are gender neutral and 129 are female only supernumerary. OBC NCL is 1,403 seats, of which gender neutral is 1,377. SC is 736 seats, General EWS is 577, ST is 365, Open PWD is 129, OBC NCL PWD is 107, SC PWD is 46, General EWS PWD is 34, and ST PWD is 23, in all 6,188 seats. Now, when you look at this, you're dealing with about 15,000 plus seats through CSAB, which is Central Seat Allocation Board, and you must participate even if you got a seat in JOSA, because there is a chance that you'll actually upgrade yourself to a better branch in a better college. That is very clear. So whatever happens, just go through the CSAB. The only thing is it's open in, we are talking about all India common rank list is what will work here. And I've also already shown you, at some point in time, we'll also start showing what kind of seats are available if we start getting the information. But look at this, the seat matrix, what I showed you of 15,000 plus seats. Beyond that also, there might be a few more, which If you participate in JOSA counseling and you got a seat there, you will be able to see that. And if you still need any help beyond CSAB and beyond the public institutions where you want to get into a private college or something, do send us a message on this number, 8130-376334. Send us a message, apply, and one of our counselors will call you. And if you want to get into any of the foreign campuses that are being set up in India, send us a message, foreign, and that counselor will call you up. Do subscribe to Career 360 and Btech360, because all we're doing at this point in time is to create a lot of information to help you decide for yourself. And this, Btech counseling and information and guidance series is presented by MIT University, one of India's leading universities, and also ranked among the top 3% globally based on the World Universities ranking. If you want me to cover anything else, please write to me in the message box here. I'll be happy to cover that for you. Thank you so much. Namaste.